Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. My name is Brink, and don't worry guys, this is about the last time I'm going to give you an update on this issue. I made 3 more solars just to get a friend or spouse for the quantum solar panel. So I'll do that off camera, that's not an issue. I'm just going to make another one of these. This is overkill at the moment. If we check the batteries on each of them, we're making more power than we're actually using. We don't need the reactor anymore. I'm just going to let it run and waste its MOX fuel and uranium fuel. It's interchanging between the two. Like I said before, the autoprocessor sends it so that whenever one is out, the other one will kick in and produce the items inside of it when it depletes to auto-process and make the other one. So the uranium can make the MOX, and the scrap from the MOX can make uranium. And in the end, it'll wear down to where there's nothing left, but it's going to take a real long time. We got plenty of energy being produced by the reactor we're not even using, and it's just going to thin air. If I ever want to reprime this to get it going again, all I got to do is just add some of this uranium ore. I'll just add another stack, and that'll keep it going for a real long time. The auto-processing system, which is in a previous episode, I don't know how many episodes before this, will explain how I interconnected every one of these things, and the explanation is pretty full. Let's go up here for a second. So I made another stack of iridium, and I'm wasting energy on glowstone because I need a lot of cinerium. We have a drum behind this wall filled with UU matter, and that's being developed. Now the thing with all the power that I'm producing, I figure let's waste it and generate more scrap. So what I did in my plans to make more scrap is to have these primed up as max as possible with these overclocker upgrades. Now you notice they waste a lot of power, so you got to be careful with putting too many of these in. But I have just enough so that this is always stuck at 64, and then it shuts off. You see that the light shuts off there? This is always filled with scrap, and this is always filled with scrap boxes. Now there's a heated argument going on. I'm just paying attention to it in one of my episodes where I explain the scrap box change. This is the way it works, and probably the 2 parties that were involved, there's actually 3 people who are in this heated debate. They probably should have gone to the wiki and it would have answered the question right away for them. But I said it in the episode that the wiki says, and then I explained what it was. The way it works, I'll explain it again, is that the scrap boxes is equal to 9 scrap. It's equal in resources to make a scrap box, yes. So it's not equal in the efficiency that it produces. For example, if I had a similar item, a twin item of, let's say, 2 mass fabs. One of them I feed 9 scrap, and the other one I feed 1 scrap box. It seems like it's the same amount of things going in, but it's actually not. The scrap box will use less energy. So you don't see it in the effect of the UU matter, except that you have some more energy left over. So the scrap boxes are definitely a slight bit better to have than the scrap itself. And you see that when you're overclocking and you're wasting a lot of energy and you need some energy, well, convert to scrap boxes and you'll save some of that energy because of the amplification that happens. So you're saving energy when there's a scrap box over a scrap. It's actually better. There's not much that else can be said about that other than to research the wiki just to show what I'm trying to say. Maybe it'll explain a little bit easier than I did. So let's get back to it. Now, yeah, I'm generating a lot of UU matter behind that wall inside the drum, and I'm lagging a little bit. I'm not sure why, but let's check under here. You'll notice that I've added another drum here, and that's because I've stopped using the auto spawner to produce blazes and endermen. Don't need any more. Made so many ender pearls and blaze rods. Don't think I'll need any for a while. So what I did was I'm filling these mob essence drums because I made a smeltery over there, and I'm going to take the auto spawner and borrow it, or maybe make another one, and smelt some villagers because we are in dire need of emeralds. Yep, I'm running out of emeralds. So I only have about a stack in there, and I'm going to need more. So in order to go on from where we're at and move on to more higher tier things, I wanted to get into Enderium. And the thing is that with Enderium, we're going to need Shiny. And Shiny is gotten by processing some cinnabar. Now, cinnabar, as you know, comes from pulverizing redstone, silk-touched redstone, or gold, which doesn't have to be silk-touched. It comes in the ore by itself. But you'll notice that there's a 5% drop from gold. And I don't have a silk-touch upgrade on my ender quarry. I don't plan to get one for a while. I don't really need it because I have so much gold that we can get plenty of cinnabar from it. But you see that we have a 5% drop if we pulverize. So I thought to myself, let's make a little automated system to auto-process the cinnabar. I put the pulverizer here from spawn base, connected it out back, so you'll see that the connections are the cinnabar drop, the rare drop, goes to the right into this chest. The powdered gold goes to the back, and the back is just feeding to all these smelters, and then it goes to the ME system. As you know, all of these are connected into the ME system, so that should work, right? So I left this processing for a little while, and then I thought to myself, you know what? We got plenty of resources. Let's check real quick and see if there's a better way, maybe more expensive way to do it, but a better way to get more drops of cinnabar. And so I'm looking at this, and I see that if you'll notice with the pulverizer recipe, you get a 5% drop. You see this gray 5%? Well, with a crusher, it doesn't indicate that there's a chance drop. It just shows cinnabar there and gold. So this seems like a 100% drop. So let's get into crusher. Let's make a crusher. So I go ahead and I make a crusher, and I automate this thing with some conveyor belts to drop from above, and I was going to record it because it was interesting. And then I'm pulverizing or crushing actually in the crusher, and I'm not getting any drops of cinnabar. And I let this running for a while, and by the way, I placed a power back here, but I since removed it. This wasn't making any cinnabar for me. So I went back to the other idea, but I'm looking up what's going on with the cinnabar, because I noticed here there wasn't any chance drop. It just said cinnabar. And then I hovered over it, and it says 5%. So I wasted all that time making that, and all the effort and the resources of steel making this. It wasn't too bad, but yeah, it was a waste of time. So I think I'm going to just donate it to Spawn. Anybody that wants it. Maybe the new guy that was just invited to the server can use it. I'm not going to need any of this. The pulverizer works just fine, and it is pretty fast. So I made a smeltery just to get some signal going, and I'm still making some. But yeah, I think I'll use this smeltery to make some, or generate some villagers and get some emeralds from it. Well, let's get on to our episode for today. So I'm thinking there's a lot of directions that I can take for what I need to do next. There's a lot of things I can do. As far as decoration, I'm going to hold off a little bit because, like I said, I don't want to use this block. I think I'm going to change it out with the resin exchanger. That's one thing we could do, but that's kind of boring. So I think what I would like to do, and I think we do need to do it soon, is to get all of our automation up and running so that we never have to worry about it again and not have to slow down in any sense. We can just get up to the ME and start auto-crafting anything we need. By the way, all these torches are going to go also once I've decided which block we're going to go with as far as the floor, because I'm thinking maybe the floor will stay because it does look nice and it's growing on me, but really it doesn't go with the walls too well. So either the walls will change or the floor will change or both. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I laid out an area here a while back, and I'm thinking to myself, one of the things we could do is set up the IC2 machines here, but one of the things that I need to do first is this AutoCrafter here. That needs to go first, and it can go in any one of these four corners. It's going to go somewhere on this central island pod. Not sure what goes where yet, but yeah, we can move the AutoCrafter first. And so let's tear it apart and see if we can move it over to that area. I'm not autocrafting anything at the moment, so I think I'm safe to go ahead and start grabbing these things, although there are a lot of things in here, so I may get filled up real quick. Let's see if we do. And it looks like we have. and there's actually even more stuff down here that I can't pick up. So I'm going to have to start moving stuff over. Maybe I can just stick it into the ME system first and hold it here. I can always retrieve it later. Let's see. What else? This stuff here. So the blocks I will move physically. That I haven't torn down yet. So let's grab these cables and these things. Now, you know what? I left my magnet in there. I really do need it. Let's grab that. And now we should pick up everything, I think. Yeah, okay. Just kind of scared about this trash can here, picking up stuff that I didn't mean to send. So, what I'm thinking is, we can actually make this look a little bit more ominous by making it seem like it's taking from top to bottom of this shelf. By keeping the footer here. If we keep the skirt down here, the actual block inside will, let's see, let's move this over a bit, because we're going to have a wall here. But if I do it like this, and then cover it with some abyssal on top, and again, it may not be the final block I'll be using, but if this goes here, let's see, goes, can I hover please? Am I lagging? Why can't I hover? Haha. Yes. So we'll go across here, and so the footer and the header will make it look like it goes and spans across the entire thing. Now it doesn't keep the same height though, which is an issue. It's something of concern to me. One of the things we can do to keep the height is probably go flat instead. Or get rid of the header. I think I got an idea here. Why don't we get rid of the header and make it flat? We'll give it substantial space so that it's a 4, not just a single 2. This way we can craft large amounts of items by having such a large storage of 256. Each one of these are 64, so 128 and then 256. If we put a molecular assembler up here, no, you know what? Let's put the molecular assemblers elsewhere. This way we can have a lot of them. We're not limited by each one of the crafting grids. So we will top it off with a header here. And we can set up another AutoCrafter section here. Let's call this a CPU bay. I guess that's the name we can give it. So we're off this line here. And this is where we close off, just to make it even with the other one. And we'll probably make the same size for all 4 of these quadrants, just to keep solidarity within the shape of each. We can close it off here and have another bay here. In fact, just to be epic, we can close this off. We can have another 2 here and have the molecular assemblers elsewhere. We can decide where at another time. We could do that. Don't know that we need that many bays though. But, oh, another idea I just got. Why don't we move the 2x2 bay here, move this over, move this bay over so that we're here instead, give a space, and then a molecular assembler on this corner here. Or the molecular assembler down the center. I think that would be the best idea. Yeah, let's do that. So I've given enough space. This actually works as far as space is concerned, so I'll do this. Separate here. And put the molecular assemblers down the center. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And do it both sides, both ends. And I think that'll work. Alright, I'm going to... I think I gotta craft a few more of these bays. They take a little while to do. And then I'll make some more molecular assemblers, and then we'll wire it up. So we have some crafting bays we can build here. I needed 8 more. And I'm going to fill up both sides, and I think it'll look good. We got both walls covered. Now, there is a little bit of waste with the way I'm placing this, but I don't think I mind too much. You see, we're not using the middle parts here, and we're not going to be using the fronts. So I'll be using all around. That's a total of 2, 4, 5, and 6 spaces that we can use. The way we'll do it I'll just make some interfaces. Actually, I should have some already made. Yep. Let's go back and get those interfaces. Yep, we got 12. So that should take care of both sides, actually. We're going to need some ME-glass cable. And we'll use ME-glass for a little bit before we upgrade to smart cable. This will just be a placeholder just for a bit. Let's clear this up. And we can access the bottom here. Alright, so we'll have to shift click it. And shift click. Awesome. And then we can work around. Oh, we're going to need an anchor on this side, though. Unfortunately, we're going to need a lot of anchors. But putting it like this, why am I accessing down there? Well, putting it like this, I think will be good. Oh, I do need interfaces in the back. Let's see. So I miscalculated. We're going to need 4 more. 1, 2, and then we'll do the same on that side. It should be 4 more, I think. See, a total of 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's 8 channels right there. Yeah, so this is 8 channels on its own. That's quite a bit. Alright, so let's attach the back and see how it best fits. It looks like this is the best connection. I'll just anchor this side. Let's get some anchors. And I'll need to make some more interfaces, but I know it's going to require some stuff, so I think... Let me just check real quick what it will require. Annihilation cores and formation cores. I am missing the annihilation cores. Nether quartz. Yep. I think we can do that. And we've run out of whatever was here. I didn't see it. Logic presses. Okay. We'll do that. And we need 4 more. So, yeah. This should be it, I think. Okay. Keep running out of the opposite one. So this one. Okay, so the logic press is what we're missing. Let's craft these into the slimline. And I needed some anchors. That's awesome. And I'll make the facades right away. I think I could do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That shall actually make 4, which is good. I think I'll need more though. So, yeah. Let's stock up on this abyssal. And let's see how this looks. So I'll cover it up. And you know what? Before I even lay down the ME-glass cable, I think I'm required to place the anchors down first. Let's see if we can separate the connection that it made. You can't. Okay, so I'm going to have to break these. Looks like I may have to break them. And unfortunately, the facades pop off. I don't know why it does that. Doesn't need to do that. I'm only disconnecting the ME-glass cable. So that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. And now we'll take it back. Yep, just like that. We're gonna have to do the same on this side. It's gonna break the facades also, but hey, can't work around it. So we'll connect these and back. Alright. Let's see if we can connect these facades now. And so that's good. Alright, so that's all connected. Perfect. Now, that being 8 channels, and this being 8 channels, means we're going to have 16 channels total just for the molecular assemblers. That's an issue, because the crafting bays need channels also. And that's another 4 channels. Is it? I don't know if each one counts. I think this is... this entire thing, this block of 4, this multi-block, is 1 channel, but we can check it. For now, though, let's connect let's do the things first. The ME-glass cable again, on all sides, coming back, and molecular assemblers. Oh, interfaces on the sides as well. So it looks like we're missing 1 interface. We're going to be missing 1, it seems. Let's see. So we'll do the top. Yep. And then the backs. So we're missing 1 that'll go to the bottom. That's fine. Let's do this and back. Okay, so how did I connect this over here? It goes straight back, I guess. Just like that. And down. So that's pretty symmetrical right there. Looks pretty good. We're going to need some more facades, it looks like. So, let's see, yeah. I got some anchors we can work with. So, easy craft. And we'll place. Not quite where I wanted it. We can actually place a block here, since we're not placing any interface here for the moment, until I can craft another off camera. I'm not really pressed for interfaces at the moment, because we do have a lot more interfaces than I had for a while, so filling them up with stuff will be kind of tricky, figuring what would be the best things to put in here. Anyway, so let's fill this in. And that's fine. Now the wiring. So this is where it gets tricky, and organizing this in the best way possible. I think what I'll do, I will go down here in order to keep this torch here, and that would be the only reason. Can we go here and pick that up? Hey, creeper. Alright. So now this will go down, and shall we go, let's see, shall we go like this? That connects that. And now, that won't work though. We can't connect this. This would be 16 channels. So what we'll do instead, we'll actually go down in this one. And, oh, let me get back up there. Let's go around. What I'll do, I'm going to get some dense cable, and I'm sure I have some. Let's just check the ME system and get some ME dense cable. I have a little bit, but I think this is all we'll need. And it'll come up like that, and now these will connect to it. So it'll be, let's see, what would be the best way to do it? I guess like this. Yeah. Alright, so now we have this, which can, I don't think I like it like that. Even though nobody's looking at this area, I think I'd like to keep it neat, and I think this looks better. So I still don't know whether these are combined channels, but we'll work our way toward the top of this, and let's see what the best route is. Looks like that is. Doesn't look too neat. But with smart cable, I think it'll look better at least. And right across. And let's see, we went off the close one. So we'll do this. This will conserve direction space. And that's it. Alright, so a little bit off. But there's nothing we can do about this. This is the only thing that's asymmetrical. No way around it, since it has to go at an angle. Alright, so now that it goes into dense cable, and I think it's enough channels, since this dense cable can handle all around its faces, it's got plenty leftovers. But from here, we're going to PVP it. PVP? No. P2P. We're going to connect it over to here with a P2P tunnel. And we're going to need a memory card, which I made beforehand. Let's throw these back in there. Oh, the bucket reminds me, I have some pure Certus cooking in here. And let's not waste the energy on this. Okay. Now, let's get the quartz, and we'll figure out how to best connect from all the way over here to all the way over there. It's gonna be down from the controller. Since the controller's right here, I could probably work right here though. Let's see if we can get up here. So let's see. You know what? Let's get our magnet on. That'll be easier. That's good. I was importing some stuff that I had from Spawn, some caches into the ME system. All right. So this dense cable here only has 4 channels on it, and I think what I've been wanting to do is to add some more channels here now that we have some spares, so that I can get the drives that I've been wanting to put in there. I want to have 3 drives here. So that should now make it from 4 of 32 to 6 of 32. 6 of 8, I'm sorry. Yes. 6 of 32 down here, but 6 of 8 here. So we got some spare channels we can use here, but since we're going to be running it underground in a P2P channel all the way to there, I'm just going to use one of the other faces of the controller. Probably the far side, this side over here of the controller. So let me get that running. We're going to need some more dense cable, and then I will have that connected. Alright, I got some of the materials ready. I've been running this slightly. What I want to do with this part here is to get it some power. And so this has got to connect here, but actually let's get rid of it. It's not supposed to touch. We're trying to get this quartz fiber to just power it, no channels. So now if we connect it, only power AE units will go into this smart cable. No channels, none of the channels. So now we can go across, and we have to meet this point here, like that. Maybe we can do a little on both sides, this way we know where they meet. Yeah, it looks like right here. Okay, so, oh, why are you hitting me? So let's see, so this is the source coming in, power breaking out, channels going through here. And that's what makes it able to ride on such a thin strand, is that now we've removed the power from here and are only feeding channels going through here, no power. So the power is being isolated here. Oops. Okay, so, and this is the target. So now we have a memory card, which we have to shift click on the source, which is this side, on this P2P tunnel, as it shows on the Wayla. And there it is, successfully saved settings, and that was a shift click. Now I'm only gonna right click, no shifting. And loaded settings. Okay, so now it should be connected. There are the channels. It just activated now. And it looks like we got 19 channels, and they're all lit up. Check that out. Oh, awesome. All right. Now all that's left is for me to enter in all of the patterns that I stored up in here. These guys, I'll put them into the interfaces, and I think we're done. All right, guys, that was a good episode. If you liked any part of this episode, give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you all on the next one.